Alright everybody, this is part of my beginner rock series of lessons. We're doing Breaking the Law today. This is Breaking Law the Matt way, and that means I'm going to make this video in such a way that you can play along with me if you're a beginner. I am using a tab I found on Ultimate Guitar. It's version 1. I'll put a link to it in the description. I want you to get used to using Ultimate Guitar because it's like the best resource that you can use for guitar. So you can check out that tab there. You'll see a visual representation of what I'm doing. Let's start right now with the first riff of Breaking the Law. All right. So that first riff is very easy. It's just A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. So what you have to do is find your A string. That's your 5th string. You're going to play A. Fret number 2 is the note B. Use your middle finger. Then use your ring finger to play fret number 3. That is the note C. You play it 3 times. Once in a very even rhythm. Then twice where the first 2 notes are played quicker, like this. Right? So it goes. Now step 1, we're going to play that together slowly. You can copy me and follow along. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B. Here we go again. Now. A few times. A couple more. Okay, one more. Here we go. Next one is this. That one is slightly harder. I'll explain why in a second. What you have to do is find fret 1 on the low E string. That is an F. We then play with our ring finger the note G. Same string, 3rd fret, and then open A again. First of all, just get used to playing F, G, A like that. F, G, A. Now we do it once evenly and once with the first 2 notes a little quicker, like this. Even, and then, right. So it's the same rhythm as the last one, but the last part here is tricky, and this throws most students off. So you want to find G again here on the 3rd fret, ring finger. Then you're going to hop that same finger over to the A string right there on the note C and finish by playing B on fret 2, just like that. Now you're going to want to practice that for a bit if that's awkward for you. If it is awkward, make sure you pause the video, practice that, and very specifically use the ring finger and middle finger going ring, ring, middle. You can just loop that on your own. Out of context. It doesn't matter what the rhythm is. Just get used to it. Then we're going to come back and go F, G, A, F, G, A, G, C, B. So that was. What you could do is play that with me. I'll do it a few times. Let's go for 6 times. Nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, go. Here we go again. Now. One, 2, 3. Here we go. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Twice more. 2, 3, 4. Let's do that again. 1, 2, last time. Here we go. Yes. Okay, so that's the whole first riff, but we haven't put it together yet. So it goes like this. A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, F, G, A, F, G, A, G, C, B. So I'm going to repeat that a few times. I'm going to loop it, so I'm going to go directly into it. I'll do it slowly. Try to keep up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go again. One more. Alright, if you're enjoying yourself, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that it helps me with my visibility on YouTube and you can see more videos. Let's get into the next part of the song. I was completely wasted, out of working down. All inside it's so frustrating as I drift from town to town. Feel as though nobody cares if I live or die. So I might as well begin to put some action in my life. So cool. Alright, so we're doing power chords now. In the tab that I am looking at, there are 3-note power chords. Now, if you don't know what power chords are, you want to learn, you can go check out my Patreon page. I teach that kind of stuff there. But basically, we're playing the open A string. We're combining that with the 2nd fret of the D string, which sounds like this. Now, you want to play those at the same time. That is a 2-note power chord, and I'm going to teach this in 2-note power chords, but I will explain very briefly what a 3-note power chord is. Essentially, I'm going to play open and 2, like I already showed you, but I will add my middle finger and play another 2 on the G string. So I end up with open A, 2 on D, and 2 on G. I play them together, and I get a 3-note power chord. The other chords are similar. I will teach them in 2-note power chords, however. That's how I play it, and I find that easier for beginners. So after the A power chord, right? Make sure that sounds good. You then go to the C power chord, which is your index finger on fret 3 of the A string and your ring finger on fret 5 of the D string. You can also put your pinky finger in there if it's a stretch for you. But you'll play those 2 together. Make sure your thumb is in between your 2 fingers, like that, on the back of the neck. It will make the stretch easier. If your thumb is up here, your fingers will be cramped and awkward looking. Stretch them out like this and play the C power chord. Come up a string. So we're gonna go, down a string really, but physically up. We're gonna find fret number 3 on the E string, fret number 5 on the D string, play a G power chord. Now you should not have moved much from your C chord to your G. You really just lift those up, keep them in position, and drop them down on the next note. Then you play the A power chord, again where we started, which I will not explain again because now you know it. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me play it again a little bit better. I missed that one a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. Now let's practice that together right now. So A power chord, you got to try to keep up. If you can't, practice it on your own, then join me. You can slow down the video if you know how to do that. 1. Oh, I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Good. Okay, let's do it again. We'll do it a couple more times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Here we go again. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, we're going to do that together twice, and that takes us through the first part of the verse. 1, 2, here we go, 3, 4. There I was completely wasted, out of work and down. All inside it's so frustrating as I drift from town to town. Okay, now we're doing a F power chord. We're gonna play the first fret on the E string and the third fret on the A string. Okay, so we're gonna hold that. Let's play that F power chord and hold it for 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. We go up to the C power chord. This was on the 3rd fret. You play your index finger. This is on the A string, and then your 3rd finger on the D string. 5th fret. We played this chord before. We should call it the C power chord from now on. And we hold that for 4. We go. Feel as though nobody cares if I live or die. Do it again. So I might as well begin. But we're not going to play the C. We're going to play the E power chord. Now watch how I do this. I have my F chord here. My middle finger is free. Essentially, I'm going to drop that middle finger down on fret number 2 of the A string and lift the other 2 fingers. Boom. So I've got open E string and fret 2 on the A string. I'm going to play those 2 low strings. That is my E power chord. So I go. So I might as well begin to put some action in my life. So that whole section was. Feel as though nobody cares if I live or die. So I might as well begin to put some action in my life. And then we break the law. So first, what I'm going to show you is how it all goes together from this point. Twice. There I was completely wasted, out of working down. All inside it's so frustrating as I drift from town to town. Feel as though nobody cares if I live or die. So I might as well begin to put some action in my life. And then we come to the part that is the last part we'll learn, and that's how I loop the song to play with students, and you'll play with me too. I go. Okay, I'm doing this a little different than the tab. Let's see what they got here. Oh, that's pretty cool. So that's pretty neat. I'm going to show you my way, though. My way is a little different. Okay. So at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to palm mute the guitar on the A string. So take that string, take the side of your palm, put it on the bridge, right on the saddle there, and curl it in so that you make this sound. Once again, if you need any technical help, follow me on Patreon. That's where I tell you about all that kind of stuff. So you want to make this muted sound with your palm. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a little hard to explain, but let me try to explain this. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, play 8 complete beats, and then 7. And then I'm going to play the 12th fret on the A string. That's this one right here. Right? Now what I do is I hold that for the value of the 8th beat. I hold it for 1, and then I start palm muting on 2 again. So now the first time that you play it, you start on B1 because you're starting the pattern. But the pattern has this this thing where the 8th beat is like held over into the first beat. Now that happens once the pattern begins. So the very first time you play the pattern, you're starting right on B1. After that point, you hit this note on 8, hold it through 1, and then catch it on 2. Now let me try to show you that again now that I've explained it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. Now you're going to want to try to play that with me. One more detail before you do that, you got to lift the palm on 12. If you can't do that, just keep the palm down. If you don't know about the palm mute at all, just don't palm mute at all. Just keep it open. Just like that. Let's do it together a few times. Try to catch up with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. So that's what we're going to be doing in the chorus. And we go, breaking the law, 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 breaking the law. Now where I deviated from the tab is that instead of the 12th fret on the A string, they are playing on the G string 9 and on the B string 10. Same thing though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you want to go in a more advanced direction, you could do that. Otherwise, just stick with what I'm doing. Now, let's put this whole thing together. So what we're going to do is start with 2 of these. 2 of the intro pattern. We're going to go into the verse. There I was completely wasted out of looking down. Do that twice. Then we go. Feels like nobody cares if I ever die. So I might as well begin to put some action in my life. Then we go. Breaking the law, breaking the law. 3 times. And that's how the song goes. Play along with me if you have trouble. You know what to do. You can pause and practice. You can come back. You can listen and watch a few times before you join in. You can slow it down. Anything you need to do. But let's play along now. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breaking the law the Matt way. I'll see you in the other videos. Enjoy. Have fun.